All right, we continue with adding fractions with unlike denominators using the fraction pieces. And our attention's up here, Jaden. Our attention is up here. The problem we were given is 1/2 plus 1/3. I always start by comparing it to 1, because that tells me 1/2 plus 1/3 is going to be less than 1. I'm looking for pieces that all have the same denominator that fit perfectly in that part. Jackson, what did you get?
We got. Are we supposed to do just one?
No, just give me one. Yes, just give me one.
Give us one. Give you one. Okay. 5, 6.
5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if this works. 1, 6. 2, 6. 3, 6. Oh, 3, 6 equals 1/2. 4, 6. 5, 6. It does work. So it can be 5, 6. What else can we have, Zoe? 10 twelfths. 9 twelfths. 10 twelfths. So we have 5, 6. And we have 10 twelfths. So who can tell me something about 5, 6, and 10 twelfths? University of Maddie.
If you did 5, 6 times 2, it equals 10 12.
Good. So these fractions are equivalent.
Yep.
Because if I multiply both of these by 2 over 2, 10 twelfths and 5, 6 are equivalent. But I could do the opposite as well. If I took 10 twelfths and divided them both by 2, it would equal 5 6. Because remember, simplifying fractions, we have to divide by a fraction that equals 1. So out of these two, which one is the simplest form? The 5 6 would be the simplest form. Let's try another. Oh, let's see. Let's do 3/4 plus 1/3. 3/4 plus 1/3. Use your pieces, build it, and then solve it. If you build it, they will come. And we're back. We have to find fraction pieces that will go under 1/4 and 1/3 that will equal exactly that have to have the exact same denominator. Emily Kate. 11 tenths. Let's check 11 tenths. Let's see. 6 tenths. 3 tenths, 4 tenths. 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 10 tenths equals 1. 11 tenths is too big. 11 tenths is too big. AJ? 13 twelfths. Let's check that. So 12 twelfths is 1. 12 twelfths is still there. Now it's going to be 13 twelfths. It is 13 twelfths. Another way to say 13 twelfths. Now watch this. Now watch this. I can move that up there. And this equals exactly that. And what would this be?
1 and 1/12.
1 and 1/12. That turns it to a mixed number. Now let me give you another thing to think about. We chose our denominator of 12. I mean, some of you put thirds up there to try and check it, and fifths, and eighths, and tenths. Your denominator has to be a multiple of both of the denominators you're adding. It has to be a multiple of both denominators you're adding. So for example, if you went and looked at a multiplication chart, and I looked at the row for 3 and the row for 4, I got to find the first number that shows up both times, both places. Both places. 3, 6, 9, 12, 4, 8, 12. It's got to be a multiple of both of these, which would save you a bunch of time, because then I don't have to try my 5ths and my 6ths and my 18ths and my 29ths. But let's try another one. Let's do 2/5 plus 3/10. 2/5 plus 3/10. Working alone at home. All right, and we're back. And we have to find pieces that fit exactly under here with the same denominator. Now, how many of you tried a whole bunch of difference before you got there? All right. Now let's go back and think. It has to be a multiple of both what? Both denominators of both 5 and 10. We only have, I'm going through puberty. We only have one fraction piece, one set of fraction pieces that is a multiple of both 5 and 10. Maddie D.
7/10.
7/10. So we know right now 2/5 equals 4/10. So now we can say 4/10 plus 3/10, and that would equal 7/10. But if you started by trying to figure out which one of these do I have up here that is a multiple of both denominators, that's going to save you some time. I'm going to let you do one more that I'm going to put up here. Let's try. That one's too easy.
7/10 and 1/5.
Oh, let's do. No, that's too easy.
7/10 and 1/5.
No, plus 2/5.
7/10 plus 2/5. And I've made that real easy for you. Keep working, we'll be back. All right, if you paid attention to the last problem, if you paid attention to the last problem, you'd realize our common denominator has to be what? 10.
And multiple?
We also, in the last problem, we know 2/5 equals how many tenths? We figured that out in the last problem. 4/10.
Yeah.
So 2/5 equals 4/10. That's 7/10 plus 4/10, which would be 11/10.
1 and 1/10.
No.
4, 1, and 1/10.
Yeah.
Now, you're not going to have access to these all the time. However, you do have the interactive ones that I've attached the link to on the Classroom of Google that you could always use. So this is adding and subtracting with models. In a moment, you're going to have to simplify. You did a whole set of Khan Academy lessons on simplifying yesterday. So don't be like the knuckleheads in my last class who are like, I don't know how to do that. They were knuckleheads. Love y'all.